Hey guys, just checking in with you. Hope you're going super well. What I want to talk to you about today is something that I've been banging on about in our private client groups for quite some time. And it is, I guess I'm coming up against a culture that is really entrenched in today's society. Like one of the things that I've been saying to our guys for so long is we need to shift the way we think. We need to understand that the journey is the destination, right? The journey and the process is more important than the prize. So you might have a vision for where you want to go personally and business and an exit for your business, and that's great. But that's not the prize. The prize of business is the fact that we get to get up every single day and use our gifts and talents in the marketplace. That is the joy that we need to draw from. And so many people are tripped up right now because they think that the prize or the outcome or the cash or whatever it is has been taken away from them. And it's a massive mistake, right? We need to value the journey and the process more than the outcome and the prize. We need to realize that it is a gift to get up every single day and do business. And when you signed up for business, you signed up for good times and bad times. And so we just can't get to the point where we're all happy when it's going well. Like, the last 5 years, we've had a wonderful economy. Well, everyone's happy and now we're upset. No, we signed up for this. We signed up for a market that goes ups and downs. And if you've been in business for a while, it's like, do you know the amount of people that are saying we're in unprecedented times? It's not unprecedented. Yes, it's faster. Yes, it's more shocking, but it's the same thing we've seen many times before, right? Y2K shut everything down. GFC shut everything down. Swine, this one's unlike the others, but every one of them was unlike the others. Yes, this one's bad, but we signed up for this. When you chose business, you chose good times and bad times. And if the bad times throw you off, then you've got to ask yourself, am I called for this? I would hesitate to say you are, but we've got to shift the way we think and value the journey as much as the destination. I don't really go in for much of what Tony Robbins says, but there's this one thing he says that I like. He says, see it as it is, but not worse than it is. And I think many people are seeing it worse than it is. Yes, it sucks right now, but it's going to pass. And then we'll go back to all the rosy times that we're happily celebrating. Listen, we've got to find that internal fortitude that says, this is what I signed up for. This is when entrepreneurs are made. This is when opportunity is chased. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I'm going to make the most of it. Right? If you're a fair weather Christian and you're only happy when you're making lots of money, then because this is going to happen again. There's going to be an economic one in the future. There's going to be more world events. You cannot afford to be thrown off by this. You've got to understand that this is as much of the journey for an entrepreneur as the good times. So what I thought I'd do now is we're going to cut back to a video that I did earlier this year before anybody knew what a coronavirus was, where I've been saying exactly this. This is not a new message for me. This is something that I've been banging out forever. Let's just go have a quick look at a closed door event that I had with one of our groups of clients earlier this year. How do you rewire yourself to the point where you are now happy to take a long-term view on this thing called business? So many of you have got a vision for your life. And by the way, that's a good thing. You should have a vision for your life. You should have vision for your business. Without it, you're blown around all over the place and you'll be just as miserable. So you've got to have a vision. But I wonder, for the kingdom entrepreneur, what would happen to a life that says, I'm called to business and I have a vision, but the vision is not the reward? What if we could separate the vision for our business to the reward from our business life and understand that having a vision and pursuing it is noble, but actually the reward is the journey. The reward is the walk.
The reward is the fact that you get up every single day and use your gifts and talents in the marketplace, regardless of whether you're crushing it or not. What if actually that was the reward?
So that's it, right? That's my message for you guys today. We have to be okay that this is part of what we signed up for. So three quick things to consider as we go through this. Number one, your life is not your own. If you're a Christian, if you're born again, if you believe in Jesus, then your life is not your own. You gave it away. You gave away rights, right? Your life was purchased at a price. And so like we gave our life away and we said, I am yours, Lord. And when we did that, we exchanged all of our worries and things like that for peace and joy. Why are we trying to take it back? Don't try and take your life back and get back in control. It was bought with a price. You gave it away. You've already made that decision. Understand that your life is not your own. You now live as a duty to the King. And that's what your business needs to get up and do every day. You get up every day as duty to the King because you gave your life over. The second point, you need to control the controllables. One of the things that we've all learned through this coronavirus issue is that we are not in control. And it has been a phenomenal equalizer. Because you could have $70 billion in the bank right now, but you can't go to the shops and spend it because they're all closed. It's all an equalizer, right? Understand that there are certain things you can control. You can control your attitude. No one can ever take that away from you. You can control your joy. No one can take that away, right? You can control what you do with your activity, what content you produce, how many phone calls you make, whether you go for exercise. You control those things. You can't control coronavirus or whether the government are giving out enough stimulus or whether we're testing enough people. You can't control those, but you can control your stuff. And that bit you should do because it's going to bring you a whole sense of purpose if you just get back controlling what you can control. Third point, you need to start taking dominion now more than ever before. It's a spiritual battle. You're well aware of that, but we have been given all authority, right? In the Garden of Eden, God says to Adam, go take dominion. The word dominion is the word exousia. Jesus says, all authority in heaven has been given to me and I give it to who I please. That is the authority that we have been given because we are in Christ. It's the word exousia. You and I have been given dominion, power over the enemy. So right now, you need to learn to stand the enemy down. You say, devil and your team of minions, you've got no place here. I revoke your authority. Bow your knee to me right now. And remember, you're not making this claim as a human because you're flawed. You're making this claim because it's the Christ that lives within you that has that authority. You need to start taking dominion and you need to start doing it right now, right? You are placed above principalities, powers, and rulers. You need to start acting like that, decreeing those things, and watch the enemy flee from you, your business, and your family as you do. I'm a bit fired up because I want people to build that internal fortitude that says, I signed up for this times as much as I signed up for good times. And out of this, I'm going to be a better entrepreneur, a better marketer, a better thought leader, have a better brand. And then we're going to race off into the sunset and we're going to have 7 years of prosperity. It's all ahead of you. Don't lose sight. I love you. Okay. Talk to me.